Hello everyone, here are a few tips for using the new elementary dashboard for e-learning days. Whether they are synchronous or asynchronous, these tips will help both you and your students and parents be successful on an e-learning day. Right now I'm on my teacher profile page. One of the very first things I'd like to point out is you should definitely utilize the announcement space on an e-learning day. I've labeled this announcement the date of the e-learning day. I made a quick video using the record option when I was in edit and then listed out the things that they would need to do that day. This way, since they're going into different courses, I've highlighted here that we have a math lesson and an English lesson. And also, my class is in an art rotation right now, so that they need to go to art. This is also a great space or place to put your Google Meet link. So this would be visible to students as soon as they sign into Canvas, and so I highly recommend using the announcement section for that specific day. Remember, you can click the edit pencil on the announcement space. You can use the record option to insert a video. You'll see that I put this in a table so that I could do things side by side and make sure that you name the announcement appropriately. So this would be visible to students as the first thing that they sign in. The next thing that I want to point out is that you'll notice on language arts and math, since those are the two lessons that we're doing that day, I also did an announcement in those individual sections so that it appears on the tile. I'll show you what this looks like for students shortly. But it's another obvious way to say, hey, you need to come to language arts or to math. The next thing that you want to point out is inside of an individual subject, you'll want to have a module that has the piece or pieces of the lesson that you're going to be using that day. It is also super important to make sure that you put a due date on that is the day of the e-learning day. Even though they may have more time, it won't lock them after the fact, but that due date is really important, and we'll show you why shortly. So here's that announcement that I did for the math class that they needed to complete their e-learning lesson. Here are the components of the e-learning lesson for math that day. We also let them know that they had language arts, and so they would need to go to language arts. Here is that announcement for language arts, and here are the pieces for the e-learning day module for language arts. So what does all this look like on the student end, and how does this help them? So I'm going to switch my screen. I am now in as a student. So you can see it says student here at the top. So as a student, the very first thing that I see is this announcement from my teacher. I can play the video. And then I can look through the list of things that I have to do. I also can see on my individual subjects, not only did I have that announcement for the ones where I need to go to, but I also have something telling me that I have things that have been assigned to me. So I can see very obviously from my tiles as a student that I need to go to language arts, to math, and to art. I can also, from my homepage, use my schedule tab as a student and see here are the things that I need to go to art for, here are the things I need to go to language arts, here are the things that I need to go to for math. It even includes those announcements that were in each subject. So I can say, I did complete all of the things in my e-learning lesson for English. I made sure to watch that video announcement, and now I'm working on completing my math lessons. And these are checkboxes that are available for students to use on their schedule tab. So these appear in the schedule tab because of the due date being today. So I use today as an example. You would want to use the day of the e-learning day to build out the schedule. So this is how students can see obviously what will be going on their e-learning day, and a way for you to set up your workflow for all of your different lessons and subjects. I hope this helps.